6 months. That's 26 weeks or 182 days. Now that doesn't seem like a lot of time, but 6 months is all it takes to sort out your financial life. And we can do it in a way that you're never financially stressed again. No more living paycheck to paycheck, no more living like you're falling behind, and no more living under a mountain of debt. By the end of this short video, you're going to have a step-by-step guide to sort out your personal finances in just 6 months. My name is Rob, I'm Building Wealth Simplified, and we're getting straight into it. Month 1, assess and plan. So in order we change our financial situation, we need a starting point. We need to know where we're coming from. So step 1 is all about calculating your net worth. That's the value of ownership, everything that you own. Now it's an easy exercise to list this figure. What we need is to list all of our assets, such as savings, investments, property and vehicles. We need to list all our liabilities, such as debt, loans, credit card balances and remaining mortgage. And all we do, once we have the two lists, is subtract the assets from the liabilities, and that will give us our net worth. For step 2, we're going to find out where all our money goes. We're going to track our spending. For 1 month, track every dollar you spend, from your credit cards to your checking account. Once we have these figures, we can put them in a spreadsheet. You can put them in an app like Mint, or you can just use paper and pen and write them down. But we must have them in written form. Step 3, we're going to set out our financial goals. These need to be achievable, measurable, specific, and most importantly, timed. And here are some of the examples I used. Build a $1,000 emergency fund in 6 months. Pay off a credit card in full in 4 months. Save enough cash to buy a car to get me from A to B in just 10 months. These steps are absolutely crucial to get us in the right direction. And as a bonus tip, when I did this, I put my spreadsheet and my goals on my wall in my office so I could look at them each day and have a focus. I found when they were there on the wall, they were hard to ignore. And even on those days we're super busy, they were there to remind me. If you're going to change your finances in 6 months, you really need to have a focus. It's that important. Month 2, budget and save. And to take the first step forward, we're going to create a budget that we can work with. Now, if you've never done a budget before, they are super easy. Now, when I did my first budget, it made me a little bit anxious. I wasn't sure that I was doing it correctly, but once you get the hang of it, it's easy. And when I'm reminded this was the first step in finally taking control of my finances and improving my life, I had more excitement and a sense of relief. Remember, most people won't do this because most people are in debt. You're stepping out and taking control, so you should be proud of yourself. So step 1 is create a budget. Allocate funds for all necessities like rent, food, transportation and bills. Prioritize debt repayment and savings, whatever you can allocate comfortably. And set a limit for discretionary spending. This is going out, treats and clothing. Now these free funds need to be achievable every single month, so spend a bit of time and working out what they should be. And if you're like most people and have a small mountain of debt, remember, debt pay down will not take 2 months. It will take longer, so pace yourself. And when you're calculating your debt pay down, pay more than the minimum balance. It will help you get there faster. If you can keep your discretionary spending down to a minimum, then you can allocate a bit more funds to debt pay down. One last thing to remember, this budget is an emergency budget. It's not forever. Eventually your debt will be paid down and you'll have more money for discretionary spending in the future. But for now, for peace of mind, to improve your financial health, a firm focus will pay you dividends. Step 2, build an emergency fund. Aim to save $1,000 to start. This will cover many small emergencies. Having an emergency fund will keep your credit cards free from unexpected expenses. Step 3, automate your savings. Set up automated payments from your salary to your savings, your emergency fund, and your debt pay down. Even just $50 a month will turn into $1,000 over time. The key thing to remember is budgeting is not about restriction or stopping life. It's to get money to work for you instead of you working for money. It's the only way you're going to get out of this. Keep telling yourself it's going to be worth it in the end. I guarantee it will be. Month number 3, debt reduction. Now, for most people, that small mountain of debt is often the barrier to being financially free. And I would go so far as saying it's the barrier to being stress-free living. Overwhelming debt is the worry you wake up to in the morning and the stress you go to bed with at night. Step 1, list all your debts, including the full balance, the interest rate, and your minimum payment. Step 2, choose one of the following repayment strategies. Debt avalanche. Start with the highest rate and work your way down. Debt snowball. Start with the smallest debt and work your way up. Now, the first strategy, you're going to save more money in the long run. You're going to start the one with the highest interest rate. The second strategy, you're going to have more psychological wins at the beginning. You get rid of the smaller ones first and get them off the table. Now, I preferred the first strategy. Paying off the cards with the high interest rate, it saved me more money in the long run. But to be quite honest, both strategies are brilliant and they're going to get you to where you need to be. Step number 3, negotiate better terms. Call your creditors and request them to lower your rates. Look for balance transfers with 0% interest for the period. This is often 12 months. These will both save you money and improve your situation without costing you a single dollar. Avoid accumulating new debt by using cash envelopes or debit cards. Unsubscribe from automatic emails from all your retail stores and your lifestyle magazines. Take away that temptation. Now, in this whole exercise, eliminating your debt every month could be the most freeing feeling you're going to experience. The debt hangs over you 24/7, and reducing it must feel like a weight off your chest. It certainly was for me, and a sense of financial freedom that I never experienced before. And when I first started experiencing that, it gave me confidence and inspiration to push farther and harder every month. Month number 4, increase your income. Now, up until this point, the focus has been cutting your expenses and redirecting those funds to where they need to be. Now, cutting back will only take you so far, but increasing your income will take you further and accelerate your financial progress. And I've got a 4-step strategy that will do just that and maximize your earning potential. Step 1, explore side hustles. Now, there are more options than I can list here, but you can do freelancing, rideshare, tutoring, even selling crafts and digital products. Step 2, opportunities at your workplace. Look for a promotion. Look for a promotion or a salary increase through additional responsibilities. Ask for a sit down for a performance-related raise. If there are no options at your workplace, look at job hopping and find an employer that will give you better prospects. Step number 3, invest in yourself. Enhance your qualifications with courses and certification. Learn new skills for a high-value job or a high-value service. Step number 4, sell on eBay. Flip items on eBay and develop a small business. Start by selling unused items from home, declutter and profit. Remember, every dollar gained is a dollar in your debt paid down, a dollar for your savings, or a dollar for your emergency fund. What I've discovered over recent years is the small, consistent actions that have changed my financial health, and it's helped me build my wealth. I used to think it had to be a big move or a big effort to get ahead, but that mindset kept me back. I was waiting for the perfect time and the perfect opportunity, and of course, they never came. And now I know it's the smaller steps done consistently that have changed my financial life, as we're going to discuss next. Month number 5, invest and build. Okay, the first 4 steps have stemmed the financial waste and stabilized your financial health. We've taken out some bad habits, reset some new ones, and are headed in the right direction. And now we're ready to start investing and get your money to work for you. We're going to start building wealth. This is how you're going to change your finances completely and never be financially stressed ever again. Step 1, understand the basics of investing your money. Learn the different types of market investing, like stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, and bonds. Learn about compound interest, managing risk, and long-term planning. You can use YouTube as an educational tool and a source of learning. Now, some of these terms will be unfamiliar, and all I can say is keep watching the videos until we understand the basics and get to know what they are. And if you find yourself a bit lost, you can always go to my homepage. I have videos explaining all of these and how I started and got used to them. Step 2, open an investment account. Consider opening a Roth IRA or a brokerage account. Find out the differences and make the choice best for your goals. Choose an investment platform with low or zero fees and an ease of use. When I first started, I just had one investment account and I did very well with that. These days, I have 3 for my investment needs. Step number 3, start small but consistent. Put a small amount into your investment account each month from your budget. Even $50 will build up over time. Learn about dollar cost averaging and how that can help you invest confidently. For me, a new investor at 47 and not knowing anything, dollar cost averaging was the secret sauce. Get to know what it is and use it to your advantage. Step number 4, diversify your portfolio. Learn why we should spread our investments over different asset classes. Understand the levels of risk and gain and how diversifying can make your investment more predictable. Investing is the only way of building wealth to stand the test of time. By its very nature, it's a long-term strategy that requires patience and consistency. Once you understand the impact of compound interest and using money as a tool to multiply, you'll never look at personal finances in the same way again. Month number 6, review and pivot. Congratulations, you got to month 6. And if you've applied yourself to maximize the impact of this transformation, the time would have gone a lot quicker than you thought. From my own experience, the shift in mindset from consumer to saver and investor started slowly but soon accelerated into excitement. And the stress associated with my poor habits around my personal finances melted away. If I stopped burying my head in the sand and actually dealing with my personal finances, my thinking changed. So step 1, check progress. Compare your current financial status to your starting point 5 months ago. Celebrate your financial achievements, no matter how small, and reward your achievements with a small gift. You deserve it. Now, just a small gift, but definitely celebrate. You stepped away from the broke masses and you've done something you thought you'd never do. Step number 2, adjust your budget. Review and update your budget based on changes on income and expenses. Review your goals and set new ones based on your progress. If you followed your strategy and you've applied yourself, you would have moved on leaps and bounds. Now's the time to go back, revisit that budget, and see where you need to adjust it. Step 3, reflect on the lessons. Identify the strategies that work best for you and the ones that need tweaking to pack more punch. Use your experiences so far to inform future progress. Personal finance is a lifelong exercise. Step 4, plan for the future. Make larger long-term goals like home ownership, formal education, and even retirement. Develop a roadmap with timelines for these objectives. You now have experience and knowledge to pull on and help inform. You are growing in expertise and confidence. Final review. So at the beginning of this video, I wanted to give you a strategy to take control of your finances and reduce your financial stress. One that will reduce your debt, increase your income, and start building wealth for you and your family. And we did just that in small, achievable steps each month. And if you can apply a little commitment and resilience to your financial plan, this transformation will not only be a testament to you taking control, it will ensure your personal finances will go from strength to strength far beyond this 6-month exercise. For me, looking back to my month one, I barely recognized myself. I was a heavy consumer. I rarely saved and I never invested. It was a short-sighted mindset and a very shallow existence. I was focused on instant gratification and not long-term happiness and security. 6 months for me back then was nothing because I did nothing with my time and I spent every dollar I had. And because of those bad financial habits, nothing ever changed except I was getting older. It was only the experience of losing my income overnight due to the pandemic that made me reflect and think about where I was going. I came to the conclusion I needed to make changes for me and the family, and I did, in the most profound ways. And that dramatic turnaround only took 6 months, from commitment to the first time our investments made a few dollars passively. It was 6 months that changed my life. I took that survival, consumer mindset and replaced it with one of abundance and growth. I started reading books and watching videos every day to get educated and get in the right mindset. Once you get into that right mindset, everything changes and everything is possible. So commit yourself. Commit yourself to your 6 months and follow your strategy. You've got nothing to lose, but you've got a whole life to gain. Just believe in yourself and commit. Now, there will be stumbling blocks and the odd curveball thrown at you. But here's the thing, rich or poor, that's going to happen anyway. You may feel like that life is picking on you and you're the only one. But the thing is, you're not. We all deal with it. What matters is we continue with the plan. We pivot when we need to, and we complete the 6 months. And this strategy is made for those with busy lives. I can attest for that. I know from personal experience, with a busy family life and a busy work life, if this strategy was too full, I would have given up in month 1 or month 2. Disruptors and distractions will all come up, but apply yourself, you'll get through it. This strategy was brilliant, and it was one I could get behind, even in my mid-40s. Now, if you're in the same age bracket and you feel like you've left it too late, or maybe you're feeling like a bit behind, then check out this video right here. It's there for you. I know exactly how you feel. I will take you through my own personal experiences, and more importantly, how I overcame them to start building wealth in my mid-40s. I'll see you there.